In the past, I have subjected people to rating characters from strategy games that they have yet to play before. One, to test their assessment, and two, to get a good laugh and a good kick out of it. But now the tables have been turned on me. Someone from the Wargroove community has invited me to start rating characters from Wargroove, a game that I have never played before. This is a multi-part series, so feel free to keep up if you'd like to, and please enjoy the video. How's it going, guys and gals? This is Advanced Warrior here, and welcome back to another rating video. This time I have someone who has played the Advance Wars cartridge games, watches some Advance Wars games, but also plays Wargroove, and he has decided to put me through the test of rating Wargroove characters. Here I am with Sparky. How are you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good.
Alright, so first off, thank you for doing this. I did want to do this eventually, but I didn't think that I'd do it like this soon, but here we are now. So, would you like to introduce yourself for anyone who might not be familiar with you?
Hello, everybody. I'm a Wargroove player, as Advanced Warriors told you. I recently played in the Wargroove 2 championships, ended up getting 4th place, so I'm a pretty solid player.
You got 4th place?
Yeah, I got 4th place.
Oh, congrats! That's
Yeah, new information.
it's
Yeah.
new information.
But
But
I got knocked out tournament by Mastro.
oh
who
yeah,
have
Mastro.
talked to before, yeah.
Hey! You can say that you only lost because you just lost to the champion. Makes you sound infinitely better.
I actually was winning game 3, but I hard through like last turn.
Ah, I see.
Oopsies.
I see. Well, I did hear that Wargroove is like compared to Advance Wars, a much sharper game. At least that's what Mastro has told me.
I would agree.
All right. So, you've played Advance Wars. You have you have watched Advance Wars by web content. I guess I'll ask you first. Like, what are the differences, the biggest differences that you notice between the two games?
Alright, so one of the big differences is one of the main systems is the crit system, where units, once they fulfill some kind of condition, typically like placement related, they will gain bonus damage, typically a 1.5 bonus, which helps a lot with wall breaking and stuff like that. So it makes a lot easier to wall break even without stuff like your powers and groove. And that is partially what makes, I would say, Wargroove sharper, is a lot of positioning. There's like Knight crit, you have to be careful of Knight crits if it moves its full 6 movement across, and it has to move exactly 6 tiles, which means it can't be obstructed by terrain. And this is something that is very prevalent for like one shots at the later units.
I see.
Like stuff like that.
All right.
Of course, you also have the commander that's on the field, as Advanced Warrior knows, which is basically a walking HQ that also acts as a pre-deployed medium tank. Very potent commander, very potent unit, but you lose if it dies.
Oh, it's compared to a medium tank?
Yes, I would say so. We don't really have... I would say, comparatively, for our land units, we have a tank and a medium tank, but I wouldn't consider anything to be a Neo or Mega.
Oh, like, do you guys use the term tech up at all?
Yeah, there is teching up.
Okay, all right.
It's like sort of either a medium tank or bomber equivalent.
Okay, all right. Awesome. Well, I see we have some flying units as well. Like, I don't know too much about them either. I know there's like at minimum 4 flying units in Advanced Wars. There's a T-copter, battlecopter, fighter, bomber, and we could get to Days of Ruin at some other time if we want to. But do you have yeah, there's dusters. Yeah. Do you guys have in seaplanes? Do you guys have a variety of flying units?
We basically have most of what you said, plus one more unique unit that I don't think has a direct comparison.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I understand. It's like, I don't know how much inspiration Advanced Wars is to Wargroove, but I'm sure there's like some very comparable units and then some not so comparable.
Yeah.
All right, so that's one of the things that I actually did know about Wargroove is the crit mechanic. A few things I will list that I know the difference is that there's a lot more damage. Units are no our cities, which is like your villages, can act like units. I really don't know how else they interact when it comes to healing and capturing.
Yeah, I'll end up showing that to you a bit later
Okay,
during the demonstration.
all right.
All right. Well, I guess first off, using the demonstration, I wanted to do one thing, which was you didn't know exactly how the charge works for commanders, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I don't.
So in Wargroove, something interesting is a unit price does not determine anything about the charge. It is all about the actions itself.
The actions.
So like, if you kill a sword, which is our infantry equivalent, versus a golem, which is our medium attack equivalent, the same charge will be generated.
Oh. Oh wow.
So, see, Mercia here starts at 0 charge. You can see in the bottom right now.
Okay.
If I kill the swordsman, I generate 20 charge. Actually, let me pull up the codex. So the different actions have different amounts, and the values on the right are if a commander does the action, and the rest are if the rest of your army does this action. So commander is weighted slightly more for groove charge, about 2 to 3 times more in each category.
Okay.
Also, do note that attacking and defeating stack. So if a normal unit kills another unit, you generate 9 charge.
Okay. But it's 20 because it's a commander, right?
Yeah, 20 for the 12 for the defeat, 8 for the attack.
Okay, so that's what that second set of numbers is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, yeah. So yeah, this charge is weighted a bit more in the favor of the attacker in this game because attacking generates 3, counterattacking generates 2. And something to note, your unit needs to actually survive the combat to get charge. So for example, Mercia is at 28 here, and this sword is going to suicide into the golem. I'm still at 28 charge, but Vulgar got 8 from the kill and the counterattack.
Okay.
So you can't suicide for charge in this game.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that wow. Okay, I must have misunderstood something from the
I know. I think
tournament. Just something I saw from the tournament. And I thought it was one thing, but I guess not.
I would say, yeah. Suicides are important for a different reason.
Yeah.
Which is mainly just wall breaking.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil the tournament. Y'all can watch it yourself. I only watched the grand final set, so
yeah,
there might be some skewed ratings, but this is just like as a raw rating as we can go.
I think I feel like there are the two commanders that showed up. You might have
maybe, yeah.
We'll and also, instead of the star system, we have different speeds. Which is all these are the different speeds. Currently, only the middle 4 are in use. Very fast and lethargic are not in use right now. But
there's no lethargic.
No lethargic is in a game right now. No very fast is in a game right now.
Then why is it in the? You know what? Never mind.
I mean, it's not in the game right now.
Oh, right now. Okay.
I mean, like in Wargroove 1, Sedge used to be the only very slow commander, but then he got buffed to slow, and then there was no very slows anymore. But the information.
Okay.
That was still something that existed.
Does Wargroove add new commanders or no?
Not since launch. Well, actually, Wargroove 1, there was a DLC that launched from new commanders, but Wargroove 2, all the commanders were at launch.
Okay.
And so yeah. So we have the different 4 speeds here. 75 is fast, 100 is... I forgot I accidentally charged this, whoops. This is supposed to be 100.
Okay.
100 is medium, 150 is slow, and 200 is very slow.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll be showing you their consecutive amounts of for the T1 and the power and CO and the super.
Okay.
I'll be showing those charges later. And also another thing, when you use your power, your normal power, you lose all charge, including the leftover.
Ooh.
So popping a power when you're bordering super is very punishing.
Mm.
So yeah, you have to know that.
Okay.
And one last thing. Commanders can move and use Groove on the same turn. They don't have to stay in place. Like I believe, Days of Ruin, your CO has to stay in place to use power,
No,
right?
you can move. You can move it.
Oh, you do? For some reason, okay, I misremembered that.
Yeah,
Sorry about
well,
that.
you might maybe got confused with if you're actually no. If you board a unit, you have to stay there and use it. It's an action. I think yeah, because you in Days of Ruin you cannot attack if you're using a power.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the comparison.
Yeah.
It's considered an
Okay.
action.
Yeah, might have confused that. Anyways, I think that's all the charge mechanics I wanted to talk about.
All right. So
Alright.
far so good. Can I look at the numbers again real quickly?
Yeah, 75.
No. I meant the yeah, like on that list when it showed like normal units and commander.
Oh, for the.
Oh yeah, that one.
generating
Okay, so it's like +5 and then +4. That's doubled. That's also doubled. So defeating from commanders is doubled, and then it's more than doubled if they're capturing. It's tripled on a counterattack, and it's a little more than doubled on an attack. Okay, I think I got the gist of that.
Also, actually no. One last thing. If you kill a unit with Groove, this is something different. You can actually kill with powers in this game.
Okay.
That will not generate more charge, which
okay.
I think I assumed you'd probably expect, but just to clarify.
It sounds like something for the sake of balance.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I guess I feel like now we can start on our first commander.
Yes.
All right. Reset things. So first off, we have Mercia, the Queen of Cherrystone.
Cherrystone.
Mercia's, yeah, got those red crystals, which is kind of where the name comes. Anyways, Mercia's Groove is to heal all allied units within 3 tiles of her for 50 health on her tier 1, which is a medium charge. Her tier 2 restores 75 health to all allies in the same range, but also gives 10 global healing. And the global healing stacks with the local healing, so you heal 85 in that range. Do note that this healing is only for units and not structures.
Okay.
You can't really heal structures in this game. They only passively gain health by 10 a turn and when they're first captured.
Yeah, that'd be weird if she could heal structures.
Yeah. And also, I guess I wanted to cover healing as well here. So the way that this works is that a unit must be adjacent to another building, to an allied building, and then can use the reinforced command to transfer health from the building to the unit. The sword was previous at 51, the village at 50, and 49 health was transferred from the village to the sword.
Oh, okay.
So it's now at full health, and it costed the appropriate amount of money.
So that village is at like 1 right
1%.
now.
Yeah.
1, okay.
So it wouldn't be able to heal anymore since it doesn't have any health.
Oh, okay. So if it was at 2, then it could heal 1 to one of your guys, right?
Yes.
Does this relate to the health at all? Like when it comes to attacking a structure?
Structure, yes, you need a certain amount of damage to defeat a structure, so at 1% anything could kill it.
Okay.
However, also structures do counterattack, but the counterattack this is the only quote unquote unit that is not affected by their health for counterattack.
Okay.
It will always deal a certain amount back.
I see.
And yeah, this is the T2. You see this golem is at 15 health, and with the T2, it goes back up to a full 100 because it gets 75 from the being in 3 range and 10 from the global healing.
She does 10 global.
Yeah, she does 75 with her superpower. She does 75 in range instead of 50 and 10 global.
Okay, I see. Oh, so the first one doesn't do the 10 global.
Yes, it is only the super power. Sorry, I kept mentioning tier 1, T2. That's like tier 2. That's what I.
That's okay. And medium is. You said medium was like 75 or.
Medium is 100.
Medium is 100. Okay.
Medium's 100, and then she's slow for 150.
150. Okay.
So she's 250 in total for her superpower, and 100 for her power.
All right. So let's see. In Advanced Wars, healing is not really common. I think there's only like two.
2C.
Like 2C.
Like Andy and
There's
Hawk,
Andy and
right?
Hawk, and then there's Brenner in Days of Ruin, and
Oh yeah.
he's the only one that could do that technically. But I do also know that damage is a lot higher in Wargroove, so it's possible that you might not even have units that are left alive to be healed. Because I feel like if you're gonna make an attack in Wargroove, you're like committing to getting a lot of kills. So I feel like that might put Mercia down just a little bit. Like first impression, I'd probably like rate her like really high. Maybe like a what do we have? We have an A and B. Probably maybe A or B, but because of what I know about how damage is just higher overall, I still feel like healing is good. Maybe save you some money, get you some more expensive units. I think I might put Mercia in. Where is she? In the B tier for now.
All right. Yeah, maybe we can move around that
Yeah.
that around at the end after you see more commanders.
Dude, I am so nervous.
Don't be. I am way more nervous.
We're both nervous here. This will be a great video.
Yeah. Anyways, you ready to move to the next commander?
Yes, please.
All right. So next we have Emeric, the royal advisor of Cherrystone, and also sort of Mercia's surrogate father figure.
Okay.
Emeric's groove is interesting. It spawns a unit called the Cherrystone, which Cherrystone Kingdom. This is their magic crystals. What it does is it decreases the defense of tiles around it for friendly units. For its power.
You said decrease
power,
or increase?
Increase.
Increase the defense.
Makes them more defensive. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
For the power, it has the unit has a radius of 2 for its effect, including itself, its own tile, it buffs its own tile, and gives 2 defense stars. Do note that these stars cannot go above 4, so you are capped at 40 defense. This does mean that some of the defense can be wasted, like if the unit is on a mountain.
Okay, I see.
And oh, sorry, I probably should not exit. And for the superpower, which is slow, I also forgot to mention the first is a medium. So this is also a 100 charge then for the normal power and 250 for the super.
Medium's 100.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
slow
my
is a
benchmark.
150.
That's my benchmark. Okay.
And,
all right.
And the tier 2 gets a bonus of 1 more radius, and adds 1 more defense.
Okay.
But the biggest kicker about this is that while ranged units are inside the crystal's effect, they get +2 range.
Oh.
So basically, you have a constant grit superpower active while you're inside it.
How do ranged units work in Wargroove?
There are 3 land ones. I forgot to add one of them.
Okay.
We have the archer. This is, I would say, our artillery equivalent, but it functions a bit, I would say, in a different role. It's able to move and shoot like Days of Ruin battleships, and has, I would say, overall less damage than like an artillery would, especially against like the heavier units.
Okay.
Its crit condition is that it must stay in place like a Advanced Wars Artillery.
And
it gets a 1.35 bonus. This is one of the lower. The norm is 1.5, so this is slightly lower.
Okay, so
we also have the Trebuchet, which is our rockets equivalent. Super heavy damage, to like basically everything. But it has basically our tires equivalent for movement.
Ooh. Just like an Advanced Wars rocket, yep.
Yeah. Yep. So this thing is slow. Its crit condition, this is slightly misleading. It is if it attacks from at least 5 range away, which importantly with Emeric, it can shoot from 3 to 7 tiles. So in addition to critting, it will crit all of these, and not just the one at maximum range.
Nice.
So that does make Trebs a bit more important. There is one more, Ballista. This is our missiles equivalent. I would say the important difference is that this can also attack land units, but at like very low damage amounts. But it's useful for like chipping for like wall bricks and stuff.
Okay.
If you ever get it.
All right.
It has 2 to 6 range as well, and it's crit condition if it fires like basically point blank at 2 range.
What is that crit condition?
Yes, our ranged siege unit that cannot move and shoot has to shoot at point blank range. Ah, yes, this will totally happen in a real game.
Yeah. I mean, you have a much easier shot. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Also, there's a bunch of other ranged units. Mainly naval. Oh, I forgot to mention something. Sorry about this. For the tier list, the tournaments. This is mainly for the tournament format, which is most of the maps were. I think all the maps were 2 barracks, which is factory, 1 tower, which is our airport, and sometimes a hideout sprinkled in. I will talk about that building later.
Right.
So there was very little naval play. And also it was on a 60-minute chess timer, which does affect some of the commander's rankings slightly.
Oh, same thing happens to Grit. If there's a day limit, then Grit's kind of like slightly worse. But if you give him all the time in the world, he's probably the best character. One of the best characters.
Yeah, there is some. Yeah.
For the sake of simplicity, let's do the tournament setting. Unless there's a specific commander that synergizes with naval.
Yeah. I would say Emeric actually does like naval a lot because like more than half the units in naval are actually ranged.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, this is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, so like let's see actually how many units because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacking naval units are ranged.
There's a Kraken?
Yes.
Oh man, I'll play this game one day. I promise you.
Yeah,
I promise.
Just a little guy that totally won't murder you in cold
blood.
blood.
Yeah, clearly. Look at those eyes. I mean, he looks like he wants to play. All right, you're getting sidetracked. So Emeric's the name.
So
okay.
We have the 3 range units that you'll actually like be able to build are like ballistas, trebuchets, and archers. There's also one more in the rifleman. I'll cover that later.
Yeah. What's the archer's base range? Base range.
It is 3 range, so it can attack from 1 to 3.
Okay,
even though you probably don't want to point blank with it.
But, there is a character. There is a unit in Days of Ruin that can attack at point blank range, but they can't move. Unfortunately,
the anti-tank.
Anti-tank. Yep. All right. How much damage does this Cherrystone take? Like I see that. I see that
it
sword.
It takes 105% from all sources.
And how much health does that have?
It starts at 100.
So
do note that it gives itself its defense buff, so it is very rare that you can't one-shot this without a crit.
Okay, so this is pretty weak. Does it stack with the bonus that it currently has?
Yes, it gives itself a defense buff.
Okay, so it has the planes. Like looks like the planes are like
planes. Yeah, it has +3 defense.
+3 defense now because it's
so it's at 4.
Oh, it's at 4 because of the super. Okay.
Yeah, it's effective amount. There's 2 other things I wanted to mention. One, the crystals will decay every turn. So at the start of Emeric's next turn, the tier 1 will lose 20 health a turn, and the tier 2 will lose 10 health a turn.
Okay.
They commander objects that can't move typically can't heal themselves off buildings as well. So there's only one way to really heal them, which is a unique action called a heal for mage. The mage is able to drop a heal within 2 tiles of itself, and heal everything in this 1 radius, move by 20%. So this is the only way that you could heal a crystal to keep it up. And it spends a 300 gold every time it wants to do that.
Oh, okay. Doesn't matter what you're healing, it's always 300 gold.
No, so healing a swordsman is the same as healing a golem.
Okay. But we're talking about...
And one last thing. There is a crit condition that is caused by defense. If a mage has 3 or more defense stars, it will crit, which is includes the Emeric crystal. So
interesting. So there's can a mage attack at range?
No, it is our anti-air equivalent.
Ah, okay. Interesting.
Still does good damage to infantry, which is a slightly more prevalent because a lot more of the units in this game are infantry.
Okay. Yeah, I know sometimes anti-airs are used to wall break, but here kind of just needs to be on some good defense. Let's see here. I personally do.
Oh, sorry. I forgot one more thing. Sorry. There's a lot covering.
There's
Emeric
a
is
lot.
one of the ones. Emeric is one of the ones that has a lot more interactions.
And you put him in the front.
I wanted to cover Mercia first. Anyways, this defense bonus affects air units.
No shot.
You see how the sky in the bottom left has 3 defense stars?
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a fantasy setting, so it does make a lot more sense. Advanced Wars is
just projecting the aura into the air.
Yeah, it's basically just like an aura. Let's see. All right, so I kind of like how this character feels flexible. Like, if there's a lot of walling and you're walling with ranged units, you can always have like your best defense units up front. And they can get the benefit from the Cherrystone, and then your ranged units will also get that benefit from the Cherrystone. It doesn't move, does it?
No, it has 0 movement.
Okay, so that's the only part that feels awkward about it. I feel like if you know that your opponent is going to want to make a big attack, like, oh, they know they can break your wall, and they know like they can hit your ranged units in the back. That can definitely deter them. The question is, I don't know how often that's gonna happen, but I do feel like there are possibly other situations where this Cherrystone can like come into like good play. Not just like being proactive with it, but also like use it as some sort of deterrent. Does he have the commander? Does he have range attacks himself or no?
No, all commanders are the exact same in terms of combat ability. They only are differentiated by their grooves.
Boo!
They're all I do think they're that's one of the things I hear about Advanced Wars between Wargroove. People want more commander army differentials, but I think there is enough complexity in the crit system.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. All right, so but I do feel like he's slightly better than Mercia, because if damage is already so high, then that defense can come into play.
Cut off some break points.
Yes, cut off some breaking points, exactly. Because I remember with Sechu, and I kept mentioning 20% a lot because that was the breaking point where you could get a 2-hit KO on a city, which is like our most abundant high defense terrain, and they're also very important for Advanced Wars. So I think I will Emeric, right?
Yes, Emeric.
I think I will put Emeric in A tier.
All right. Now moving on to the next one. We're getting to Caesar, the doggo.
I remember. Oh, doggo.
Who also has his guards of his crossbow wielding guards who get to hit him during combat.
Wait. During combat, he has guards?
Yeah, wait. Actually, this is the only commanders I'm actually going to show combat animation for.
Okay. How's it look? Oh, that's so cute! Oh, that's so cute! Oh my god, that's adorable!
Caesar supremacy.
Oh my god, that's adorable! S tier right away. S tier just straight for design.
Alright. So what Commander Caesar's Groove allows him to do is he can refresh infantry class units within 1 tile of him for his normal groove.
So refresh?
Yes, they regain their turns. So for example, this group of 2 dogs, yes, we have dogs. These are our recon equivalent, basically, but they are a lot cheaper, and slightly less like combat effective.
Okay. Is there fog in Wargroove?
They are still. Yes, there's fog. These are interesting. These are the only units one of the only units that can see through obscuring terrain, so they can see into forest even if they're not adjacent.
Oh wow. That makes sense.
So they're very close in fog.
Can Caesar do that too? Because he's also a dog.
No, sadly not.
Aww.
Yeah. So this is what Inspire looks like. It refreshes all the infantry class units adjacent to him.
S tier. S tier. No, okay. We can talk more, but now I'm putting it in S tier right now. That's just like I don't care if it's like like just like foot soldiers, I guess, from what it looks like, or anyone
it's
on
only
foot. Yeah, because like
Right.
it feel weird to like if a dog can like inspire like a whole trebuchet to move again. It just
That
feels kind
actually
of silly.
happened in that actually happened in Wargroove 1. His
Oh
groove
my
used
god.
to affect all units.
Oh man, so he must have been broken in one.
He was also a faster charge in that game, and yes, he was banned constantly.
Oh, yeah. Our Advanced Wars comparison would be like Eagle, but Eagle does it to
Yeah.
all units. And wait, this is
Yeah.
actually no. Slow makes sense because it only does 4 and only does like I guess half of the army. Roughly guessing half the army. I also play Fire. Do you play Fire Emblem too?
Occasionally, yeah.
Okay,
I
yeah. I
haven't
also
played
play.
Engage. But yeah.
That's fair. Well, yeah, I also play Fire Emblem, and dancers
Oh,
are like
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
dancers
this
are
is
like one
basically
of this is basically the dancer commander.
Yeah. I
This
mean,
is
yeah,
like
this is also in. I know Engage. Byleth has Goddess Dance, right? This is basically just Goddess Dance.
oh yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's goddess dance, but there's also a normal dancer too. But Fire Emblem
Yeah.
4 is like the only dancer I can think of where you can have any 4 units surrounding a dancer and then she can move them all again. Even though this is just foot soldiers, how much move does this Caesar have?
All commanders have 4 movements,
4 movement. Okay,
which is
so
the same as which is the same as basic infantry.
okay, so
Which is, I would say 4 is more of a norm in this game for movement.
all right. So it matches with standard infantry. Okay, so it can keep up
Yeah.
with the standard infantry.
Yeah. Also, we also didn't ever talk about the super group.
Oh shoot. Wait, +2 move. Yeah, I'm keeping him on S tier. I'm keeping him on S
Yeah,
tier.
basically what the silly Caesar gives oh wait, hold on, let me. Caesar refreshes all units within 2 tiles of him. All infantry units within 2 range of him, and gives him +2 movement until the end of turn.
Okay, yeah, I'm keeping
zoom.
I'm keeping him on S tier. I'm keeping him on S tier. Especially with like the context of a turn-based strategy game like Wargroove and Advanced Wars. I feel like this is almost in a way basically getting like +4 units.
Yeah.
Also,
It gives you +4 actions and
it gives you more
actions.
actions. Yeah, because you know there's some. I've heard of logic in Fire Emblem, and it's just like, oh, why would you have a dancer when you can just have another powerful unit? And then the counter argument was
action, right?
yeah, and the counter argument was kind of like, well, would you rather have a strong unit and then another strong unit, or would you have a strong unit and basically double it? I guess. But that's the Fire Emblem logic. Advance Wars, a really good turn with like a lightning strike could actually like work out. But yeah, like I said, it almost feels like you just have like an additional, like how many are we looking at right now? We have a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He can boost up to 12 other units.
Yes.
I don't know how often that's going to happen, but I know unit count is important in Advance Wars. I don't know how important it is in Wargroove, but
it is also important in Wargroove as well.
if it is, then I think this character is like almost insane. Like not as insane as
we do commonly play with 2 barracks, 2 factories instead of, I think 3 is pretty common in AW, right?
yeah, 3, 2, yeah, 2 has its own category.
Partially,
We call it base light.
Yeah. Typically, yeah, it's 2 base because like also commander sort of affects like strong side, weak side because free medium tank.
I think with 2 it's actually a lot better, honestly, because
you think so?
yeah, I think with like the more units you can move with like 2 units is like I think it's a lot stronger than 3 units. I could be wrong.
Yeah, hits more of your army.
Yeah, I'm not the best at Advanced Wars. I could be wrong, but just me personally, I feel like that's really strong. And I already threw him on C tier, right? Yeah, I already threw him on C tier. I'm gonna S tier. I'm gonna keep him on. I'm gonna keep him on S tier.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to cover like one more mechanics thing with Caesar because I thought this was a good time to.
Sure thing.
The infantry units, because these will reappear on other commanders. Wanted to cover what the different infantry units do. Like kind of briefly. So first, we have our basic sword. Well, I guess I'll do spear first. Spearmen. These are mech equivalent. I would say the biggest difference is these things are bulky. These guys will have super strong durability, and I would say they more hard counter tanks than like I would say soft counter because they can survive against a knight first hit. And they also one-shot knights on planes with their crit, which is 2 spears have to be adjacent to each other, which is one of the easier crits to accomplish.
Oh, I actually remember that. I played very little Wargroove, but this was like one of the first crit. This is like one of the first crit mechanics I learned.
Yeah.
It was like you have like 2 pikemen like next to each other.
Yeah, these have super strong damage and can one-shot a lot of other infantry with their crit. Not all, typically on road, sometimes on planes. So they're very important for that, but they're slow. They're the slowest moving in the game at 3 move. Also, do know that infantry are affected by forest in this game, and they are affected 3 movements in mountains as well. So infantry are slightly slower from terrain in this game. Then we have this is our last unique air unit, the air trooper. We have straight up we have flamingo riders basically. These are interesting. They are the only air unit that can capture buildings.
Oh wow, nice.
These are very weird combat-wise. These are glass cannons, which cost honestly a very good chunk of money. They lose to swords, which is
I mean, however, you're flying a flamingo. What do you think is?
Yeah. Its role is it's supposed to. This is supposed to snipe heavy units and ranged units, so it does very good damage to siege, solid damage to knights, and good damage to archers, and rifles, I guess. It also has this also something interesting. This has the Fire Emblem Pass skill, so it can move over units.
Oh my gosh!
And it has one of the weirdest crit conditions in the game. It only crits if there's another air trooper on the opposite side of the opponent, so they're flanking.
You're the same one?
One of the weirdest crit. It has to be a different two air troopers.
Okay, so
they have to be flanking the same unit.
So basically a pikeman, but if they like surround it, it's like half of a triangle attack from Fire Emblem.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah,
like 2/3.
Solid at hitting like that.
Range units, you said?
Oh no, they're not ranged.
Okay. No.
They're solid at hitting range units.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Sorry, I was laughing too hard because it's a flamingo.
Yeah.
Those are funny because in Advanced Wars there are some maps where they would have like 1 or 2 island properties, and of course you would want to get that. Yeah, you'd have to like invest in a T-copter, and then you would need to find a way to improve on that T-copter so that 5k doesn't feel wasted.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we've already colored archers. We have another unit, the rifle.
Hey yo.
We have guns now. This was a unit introduced in the Wargroove 1 DLC that introduced a bunch of commanders.
Advanced Wars did it first.
This is a 9 range infantry.
How much damage does it do?
It one-shots a bunch of infantry with its crit.
Can it move and shoot?
No, it has the same place.
Okay, so it's like artillery, yeah.
Yeah, it also can only fire in the cardinal directions and 1 tile outward. So you see over here.
That makes no sense to me.
Here.
That makes no sense to me.
It basically has to shoot in a straight line, or quote-unquote straight line.
Oh man. Good luck playing on a diagonal map.
Yeah. Also, it does very poor damage to like heavier units and buildings, and also specifically, it has a weakness to dogs.
That's fair.
Dogs one-shot rifles, and they do very poor damage to them. Also, I'm dumb. I put a unit in the forest for a reason. So rifles got reworked in Wargroove 2. They can only shoot the first unit in a line. So you see how this sword is not available to be hit?
Okay.
So it can only be the first unit that can be hit. And units inside forest cannot be shot by a rifle.
That makes sense.
Gotta take cover in the trees.
Yeah, but he can shoot past the tree, huh?
Yeah, if there's no unit in the forest.
That no longer makes sense to me.
Yes. Logic.
And what's the crit condition?
It has to be directly in the cardinal directions. So like, it has to, if it's on the outside like these, it would not crit. It has to be directly in center.
I am a rifleman. I hate going northeast.
Also, this unit has ammo. It It has 3 shots per has to reload. To be honest, this doesn't actually affect Wargroove 2 rifle that much, honestly.
Can it move and reload at the same time?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. It could do that at least. That's
this was more impactful in Wargroove 1, where the crit condition in Wargroove 1 was it had to be the last bullet in the chamber.
Wow.
So that was an interesting crit condition to say the least.
this game is amazing, dude.
Yeah, I love the crit condition.
I need to play this game.
Yeah.
All right.
So we have a couple more units. Merfolk, which I just wanted to touch on briefly, are this is one of our 2 naval infantry. They can attack at 1-2 range, and they crit as long as they're in a water-based tile like a river.
Oh, so they can
these
walk and swim?
Yeah, they are amphibious units. They suffer double movement penalty. On land tiles, they take double movement of what a normal foot soldier would take. So they're slower.
All right, I see.
And they're also their crit condition is being in the water-based tile.
And their range?
Yes, they are 1-2 range.
Oh wow, that's nice actually. What's their cost?
Yeah, 350. So decently expensive, but
a little expensive.
Not prohibitively.
But on like a water-based map, that can be pretty strong.
Yeah, we felt pretty solid on water-based maps. We have the mage, which we covered. Yeah, basically our anti-air.
Okay.
They can't one-shot our bomber equivalent unless they get a crit.
And what's the crit condition?
They have to be on 3 defense or higher.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
From Emeric.
You're throwing so much at me. I need to keep up.
Yes. We have the thief. This is a non-combatant support unit that can ransack buildings to steal money from them. So they're able to ransack a building, and this flips it back to neutral.
Oh.
And the thief will then get a bunch of money. This also gets immediately taken away from the player that they stole from, 300 gold. And then, however, if the opponent kills the thief before it gets back to a hideout, they get to steal their money back.
That makes sense.
It also gets half movement from carrying money. So it becomes more vulnerable. This is also this unit gets one shot by swords. So they have a
comparing them to Fire Emblem, that makes sense because they're like usually really light and
they're typical non-combatants.
There's no dodging in this game, so
So
what was that structure there?
This is a village.
No, the other one.
Oh, hideout. This is the building that allows you to make Marksman, the rifles, and the thieves. These are not on every competitive map. Some maps will not have this.
What a weird school of units.
Yeah, these are the ones that were introduced in the Wargroove 1 DLC together.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, those are thieves. Also something funny is if you raid somebody's stronghold, it doesn't kill the stronghold, but it steals 1,000 gold from the enemy.
I feel like if at that point you probably lost the game.
Yes, you should not have a thief beyond
You should
top
not
of your
have a thief because if you just have a thief that's by itself, that's either the luckiest thief I've ever seen, or the rest of his army's behind him.
Yes. So yeah, 2 more units to cover. We have dogs. Bark. So these are like basically recons, solid damaged infantry, but they're honestly not that durable. They get one shot by things, slightly more things than swords do.
Must be the hardest thing to watch a dog get attacked in this game.
Don't worry, their animation has them run away instead of getting killed.
At least. I know this is like out of like going sidetracked on a tangent here. I actually have a fear of dogs.
Oh, you do?
I do actually, yeah.
Oh.
But
I mean, some of the dogs can be. Yeah,
but I can admire how a lot of other people admire dogs.
Yeah.
Whoever did Caesar's animation knew exactly what they were doing.
Yes. So dog's crit condition is there has to be another dog adjacent to its target.
Triangle attack.
Trooper, yeah, this is basically this triangle attack, but this unlike Trooper, it can be on any side.
That's fine. That's fine. It makes a lot of sense. I really like how. Oh wait, that synergizes with Caesar.
Yes.
Other dogs synergize with Caesar. That's hilarious.
Yeah. And yeah, we have finally our sword, our standard infantry. Something important because there's a lot more infantry in this game. They actually are like relatively good combat units. Like you can see, they hit a lot of things for like 60-50.
Mm-hmm.
Like they still hard lose to like the heavy units, but they're still solid.
Yeah. That
For
makes
like
sense.
walling, because without crits they tend to not die in one hit.
And these are 100, right?
Yeah, they're 100.
Okay.
Their crit condition is they have to be adjacent to your commander.
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
That's
get
nice.
some more. Yeah, get some more bonus out there. So
Alright.
yeah, and that's all the infantry units I wanted. All the infantry units to cover.
Awesome.
All right.
So,
So yeah,
so where we have
we
3
last
down?
placed. Yes, easy. Yeah.
3 down.
Now we have Merciful.
Okay.
I am gonna be interested to see what you think of this one.
Sure.
So we have the 4th Cherrystone Commander. This one, you did actually play through the campaign, so I do remember what happens to Merciful during like the first 2 missions.
Oh yeah, that just a little bit, but I do remember that. I played like,
Yeah.
I forgot. I think she was on the bottom left of this map.
Are you talking about this?
I think she looked like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Sigrid.
What was I right?
Yeah, yeah, you're right. That is
Okay.
the character that.
That's the character you play as in the like very first.
Yeah.
Oh, he's I'm not gonna ask about the story. Just,
Yeah. So yeah, so just this is a kind of weird commander with a very weird unlock in Wargroove 1 that I will not cover right now, but so
Oh,
let's get to his
shit.
grooves.
Okay.
So for his first tier groove, he has the fearsome Gone Fishing.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, I gotta boot that.
That's not a fish. That's not a fish.
Let's see if I have more luck in this river.
Wait, is it random?
Yes.
What?
Ha! I got the frog. Yes.
How you say you went fishing?
I mean, that is an aquatic animal.
That is true, but I don't know if a fishing rod is effective against frogs. I don't know.
Anyways.
Okay, yeah. So, what does he do with the things he collects?
Aha! It gives you the most important thing of all: achievement progress. Actually, no, the fish don't actually give achievement progress. For that, you need his tier 2 groove, bird watching.
And what does he have to be next? What is that?
Oh, this is that's actually
Is that
Hold
a
on,
unit?
where is
Is that a unit in this game?
this is the logo, I think, for the studio that made Wargroove.
Huh, I thought,
This is the mascot. This is the mascot for the for Robotality.
I thought it'd be a chucklefish. I don't know.
That's the
First one.
Oh wait, there you go.
Hey,
That's an efficient character.
Alright.
Yeah. So for T1, he needs to be near a body of water.
Okay.
For his super, he needs to be adjacent to a mountain or a forest.
Okay. And do they do anything to help with combat?
It gives you the most important thing of all: establishing dominance.
So you're telling me
It does
that
literally
all
nothing.
this guy does is just fish and birdwatch.
He is also the hardest commander to unlock in the game in Wargroove 1.
So he's a flex.
Yes.
That's all he does.
He is completely and utterly a flex. Also, so do you notice that when I try to walk over this river, it prioritizes fishing instead? It makes it very hard for you to actually step on water tiles. Because we'll prioritize fishing over moving on them. So it actually nerfs his movements.
And he's just
Like, see?
he's just an entity on the battlefield that just does what he wants.
Yes. Yeah, he can still smack stuff. He is still a commander. He still
know.
hits super hard, but he has literally no
But
groove.
his powers do nothing.
Yeah.
How slow is this charge?
Oh yes, I forgot to tell. He is slow. Perfect. Well, not perfectly average. Somewhat average.
So it's like 150 each.
Yes.
Okay. What the? That's all it does. It's just a flex.
Ah yes, but the best flex of all, you can fish in an opponent's face.
Oh my god, that's. Oh, okay. So
Oh, I gotta do
if
it
you if you win a game with Merciful, then you're probably one of the best best players in the game. I can just imagine, like, you just move your commander up next to the enemy commander and just pull out a fishing rod right in front of them.
Yep. Yes.
I love it.
I'm not gonna attack you. I'm gonna just sit here and fish in your face. You can't do anything about it. Hopefully.
I love him already.
Yes.
Oh, but being real, if that's all he does, it's just you're not being serious
with you. It is actually just this.
If it does nothing for the game, then
yes.
I hate to do this. I have to put
even the strategy is just like sea and river each make for equally good fishing. Just remember, casting is all on the wrist and elbow. There's like actually no tips or this either. It's that's funny. So I was mentioning earlier how there was like 4-ish cheers, but I was maybe wanting to keep D. This is the reason.
yeah. I was already gonna put him somewhere low anyway. So I love him, but I think both of us know he's going in C.
Yes.
That's giveaway. We're giving that one away, but that is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh man, my cheeks hurt.
All right. We have all the Cherrystone commanders done.